Now, going over to the political part podcast, you have Bernie Sanders saying white doctors are a health crisis and hinting we should have doctors treat people by race, which, again, it's Bernie Sanders. We shouldn't be too surprised by this. Now, this comes to us thanks to End Wokeness on X Twitter, in which he says, quote, Bernie Sanders says it's a health crisis that we have too many white doctors in the U.S. He says that in order to make non-white live longer, we need more Black, brown, and Native American doctors to treat them. And this comes to us thanks to, looks like news outlet 3. They have Bernie Sanders, which at least he suited up. He did one thing right, you could argue, in life. He does know how to wear a suit. And also destroy jobs in the economy and spread evil, moral things. Evil, amoral things. Grammar, again, is sometimes lost on me, as well as the comment section. But, granted, I was going to say his voice usually is, in this case, his voice is just as bad as mine, debatably. It's only about 30 seconds long, so without too much further ado, go ahead and play the little clip here.
That when Black, Latino, and Native American patients have access to Black, Latino, and Native American doctors, their health outcomes substantially improve. They are more likely to receive preventative services, they are more satisfied with their care, and they are more likely to live longer and happier lives.
According to Sanders, the average life expectancy is about 5 years lower for Black Americans.
Terrible. Doesn't even give us a single hint into the statistics or the sample size, geography. There are a myriad of reasons why there are some races that live longer than others. Diabetes, and there are a couple, not just biological, but also environmental things that play into it. I don't think it has to do with the doctor's race. And yet, this is the first time we've heard this topic. Famously, Best Buy had a policy not only would they not hire people into their managerial program based on their race, but they had a health program where you would choose your doctor based on race, which sounds evil to me and disgusting that someone would take that into account when they're choosing a doctor. You know, I would pick that doctor because they're the same race as me. No, if I had unlimited money, I would go to the best. I would try to find the doctor with the highest test scores and the highest rate of success when it comes to procedures. I would want, statistically speaking, the best doctor, not because the doctor just happens to be Cuban. It's ridiculous. And again, he, of course, doesn't give us the details of the sample size. He gives us details of all the other variables that go into it. He just says, oh, yeah. Again, it's also Bernie Sanders, so should be too surprised. It's got 1.5 million views and 9.6 thousand likes on X Twitter. One of the first comments comes from Paul Zupa saying, quote, Bernie Sanders thinks being racist against white people is a good idea because doing so will help him get reelected. That's all that's going on here. Sanders is just another soulless politician. Which, yeah, there's some truth to that. Again, people who are Marxist and communist, I mean, yeah, they'll probably vote for him again because of this. So it makes sense in terms of moves on the political chessboard. Granted, I think it's morally vacuous and evil, but Paul Zuba's comment, I think, is accurate. I got 1.4 thousand likes. Hal Becker says, this kind of casual racism is commonplace among Socialist and Democratic Party. We are all supposed to judge people by the color of their skin and not their competence. Now, all these races are going to hell. Quote, getting 1.4 thousand likes. Gunther Edelman says Bernie has lost his effing mind, getting 1.4 thousand likes. Junita Broderick says, hey Bernie, how about we just have the most capable physicians, regardless if they're black, white, polka dot, or purple? That got 5.2 thousand likes. Klaus Armina says, no other country attacks its own people like this and tries to remove them from every position. White people are under attack, unquote, getting 1,000 likes. The Beer says, LMFAO, these commies are all the same. In South Africa, our government imported Cuban doctors, but when high-profile politicians and ministers need a doctor, they go to a white doctor in the U.S., Russia, or Switzerland. Unquote, getting 536 likes. Planet of Memes gets an A+ responding in meme form. It's usually a 50-50 shot in terms of sometimes they respond in simple text form. But Planet of Memes says, the brain of leftist. It's a little, like, called X-ray of Homer Simpson, where the brain is very, very small. Although, oh, that's creepy because it looks like Homer Simpson's teeth are the same size, or they're like almost like elephant teeth. But nevertheless, maybe it's F minus for marketing because that's not a meme. It's just a picture from The Simpsons. I take that back. World of Memes. Today, you still get an F for marketing. Got 210 likes though. Going down, you got Red Wave Press said, quote, it's actually a health crisis that Democrats think allowing people of color into medical school will automatically make them good doctors. Follow if you agree, getting 320 likes. Gina Frito says, how about we just have the best doctors treat patients? Who cares about the skin color? Getting 351 likes. Glenda says, how does Bernie Sanders get away with blatant racism? Unquote, getting 271 likes, which, again, if he was a Republican, he'd be roasted for probably 2 weeks on all the major news networks and mainstream media. But again, he's protected. He's on the left side of politics, which an average basically receives levels of no critique when it comes to the mainstream media. Now, social media, that's what I like about X Twitter. You get roasted on both sides of the aisle more often than not. Yeah, Valentin Gomez says, what a BS argument. These Democrats are delusional, getting 356 likes. Let's see. Progressive California says, Bernie's been talking to the Senate's leading Cherokee. In this picture of Elizabeth Warren, who, again, cheated to get into college. I believe she also got a scholarship, claiming she was Cherokee, which she did a DNA test, and guess what? Yeah, not so much. Got 50 likes for that comment. Going down more and more. Let's see. Gotta be someone sticking up for Bernie. Ernie Cook says, no, we need the best doctors. I don't care what color, creed, or religion. If you are the best, that's who we want. DEI is just government-sponsored racism. Got 105 likes. So, I was going to say, how many comments were the total on this? 4.7 thousand comments. And scrolling down more and more and not seeing a single positive one for Bernie Sanders. Which, again, I mean, for people who like Bernie Sanders, they'll probably give him accolades for this type of speech and this type of proposed policies. Again, for him and his political party, I understand he's making a move on the political chessboard. He's going to get some more likes. He's going to get some more votes in the future. Do I think it's obviously it's morally vacuous and disgusting, and it's quite concerning that we see these trends and these ideologies, coming out more and more. Hopefully, we'll actually have some time to, maybe, back when politicians were good, and maybe I'll just think with rose-tinted glasses. You'd actually have someone oppose him and talk about how merit is important, and talk about, well, let's talk about that study that you claimed to reference to. What was the sample size? Where was it geographically? What was the age of the patient? So talk about the myriad of variables, rather. But unfortunately, I'm pretty skeptical about people in DC doing anything with modicum of intelligence besides just clicking a button saying yes or no, which for some of them, you could argue, is above their pay grade. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you could click that button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, leave me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight,